Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. I am with Love Chels. This is Ava and we are here to talk to you about our biggest secret yet. We are having our fourth baby. Are we having 4 babies?
Yeah.
What a whirlwind. So I want to kind of give you a little recap on my first trimester because it was extremely hard, and I'll kind of talk to you about how we're feeling and how we found out. So it was probably when was it, Eva? The end of February, beginning of March, where I was just feeling off. I can't say that I necessarily felt pregnant because I would have jumped at going to take a pregnancy test. I felt off. My stomach felt weird. Was I having headaches? Kind of. Like I just didn't feel like myself. I felt very strange. So a few days passed. I even spoke to my parents. I was like, listen, I need to completely change up my diet. I'm eating like crap. I feel like crap. And my mom's like, you're probably pregnant. I'm like, no, I'm not pregnant. I don't feel well. I don't feel like myself. So I one day remember that I had an old pregnancy test upstairs in my bathroom. So I was like, you know what, for shits and giggles, before I end up calling the doctor, booking an appointment, and like going on a downward spiral, let me take this test. Took the test, didn't even bother telling Steve, peed on this stick, and it showed 2 lines. And I was like, okay, when you pee on the stick, it's supposed to show a positive sign. I had no box, nothing, no instructions. I was like, I've done this 3 times before. Well, not 3 times, I've done this several times before, but you know what I mean. So I was like, okay, I'm not pregnant, threw it out, didn't even tell Steve. We ended up going on a family trip to Blue Mountain. Again, I felt so like icky and off. I was never throwing up or necessarily nauseous. I just felt gross. And then fast forward a week, that's when I started to kind of feel a little nauseous. And the thought of drinking coffee was making me feel sick. And I was like, hey, this is weird. So I was sitting there on the couch and I'm like, wait a second. I took a pregnancy test and it had 2 lines. Maybe 2 lines means that I'm actually pregnant. So I'm like, okay, let me Google clear blue positive pregnancy test. Sure enough, it shows 2 lines. So I had like a freak attack. I ran upstairs to Steve. This is probably like 8 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, oh my God, I took a pregnancy test last week and I think it's positive and I don't know. And he's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I need to go to Shoppers Drug Mart right now. I need to take a pregnancy test. Sure enough. Okay, so see this one, you know what, not for anything. This is the test. I obviously didn't take this exact test because this one has a positive. See, I'm not going freaking crazy. But anyways, I'm pregnant. So exciting. So I am 14 weeks right now. No idea how far along I'll be when I actually post this video because mom life. But we're so excited. I've always known in my heart that I wanted 4 kids. It was always something that I thought about, spoke about with Steve. He always thought I was crazy. Half the time I thought I was crazy. But I think to anyone who knows me, it doesn't come as a surprise. I've always wanted a big family. I'm very vocal about it. I've always talked about it. I always bust Steve's chops. But then when we found out, it was like, oh my God, how do you have 4 children? This like sounds logistically crazy, but I mean, we already have 3, so what's 1 more? And I'm so excited for a new little squishy babe. And I think the best part for me is that I finally feel complete. I feel done. With my other pregnancies, it was always like, no, I'm going to do this again. I know I'm going to do this again. I want to do this again, God willing. This time I am fully embracing it and all of the monkeyness. I feel good. I feel good knowing that this is the last of my pregnancy chapter and I'm going to enjoy it as sick as I felt. And I am just going to feel extremely blessed to be carrying this baby. Where are you, little baby? I mean, I was also slightly terrified that I was going to have twins. Everyone kept joking about that. 1, I show extremely fast when I'm preggo, so yeah, that was kind of hard to hide. And 2, we have twins in the family on both my side and my husband's side. So that was one thing. Like, one of the first questions when I went for my initial dating ultrasound was, is it twins? And they're like, no. And I'm like, okay. Next ultrasound I went, it was at that 12-week mark. And I was like, okay, I need you to just confirm one more thing. Is it twins? Like, just not for anything, God bless, but like, whoa, going from 3 to 5 kids. Yeah. So anyways, how I have felt. I have felt extremely nauseous. I have had a lot of headaches. I've been exhausted, which is normal. But I think what's kicking my ass is the nausea. Like, there is nothing worse than literally feeling like you're gonna puke all day long. And mine doesn't just stick in the ground in the morning. It is all day. What I find helps me is eating, and eating lots of little meals and big meals, just eating. Like, eating my breakfast on the floor. It's the only way I don't feel like dying. 7 a.m. I just woke up literally, and I had to make myself a grilled cheese and chocolate milk because I can't drink coffee. It makes me want to vomit. And yeah, like, look at my tummy already. It's ridiculous. 4th baby problems. I eat my breakfast on the floor, otherwise I feel like I'm gonna die. Hi. Steve is always like, are you serious? And I'm like, dude, I am, one, I'm hungry. 2, the minute I start to feel hungry, I instantly feel sick. So the first few weeks I was living off of crackers and tea and cup of soup. Literally, like, I was having cup of soup at 8 o'clock in the morning because that was all I could stomach. Ginger ale, lots of McDonald's because it filled my tummy in a weird way. And that's really it. Like, it's hard when you've got 3 kids at home. Thank goodness I could turn on the TV, and I did a lot of couch parenting, where I would turn on a movie, or Lily would be sleeping, who's my youngest, and the big kids would be watching TV beside me. And yeah, that's honestly what I did, is survival mode. We've just been laying around, hanging out. My husband has been home here and there. We also have been working on a second home that we've been renovating. So it's been crazy busy, but I wouldn't change it. Super blessed. Age gaps between my kids, because I get this a lot. So Brayden is 5. He was born February 3rd. So the age gap between him and Ava is about 23 months. Ava was born December 23rd. And then the age gap between Ava and Lily is 22 months, because Lily was an October baby, October 21st, and Ava, again, was December 23rd. And so this baby's due November 2nd, which is about a week after Lily's 2nd birthday. So I have literally birthed children every 2 years. I feel like I'm having a boy. It's funny. I would have bet all of my money and marbles, and I usually do this in the beginning, that I was having a boy. And then now I've started thinking, okay, maybe it's a girl. Either way, I truly do not care. I want a healthy baby, as does every parent. I think it would be so nice to give Bray a little boy. Would you want a brother or sister? Sister. You have a sister. You want a sister. It'd be nice to give Brayden a little brother. Either way, we are just happy with anything. So we find out at the end of May. We're gonna do a fun little gender reveal, as we always have. And with all the recent restrictions, who knows who can actually come. But regardless, it'd be my little fam. And that's kind of my little pregnancy recap. So I've got some fun little videos that I'll share with you of me eating my food on the floor, because I feel better when I am squatting. Don't press the button. I feel better when I'm squatting down in like a semi-fetal position eating. That's mommy's pregnancy test. Anyways, I am so excited for this new journey. I am so excited to continue to take you guys along. I will share maternity fashion. I'm going to do some of my newborn baby must-haves, what you need, what you don't really need, because at this point, 4 kids in 5 years, what did you just rip? I think I have a good handle on what you really need. So stay tuned for that. As always, I appreciate you guys being here. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. I got some fun fashion stuff coming your way. And that is it, my friends.